Well, hello, it's Mike with Redneck Politics, where real American voices matter. Man, we got some stuff to talk about. A lot of it has to do with the Venezuela, thing, and we'll get into that. Uh, I watched yesterday uh, the United Nations Council. They had an emergency meeting. It all had to do uh, with us invading Venezuela. And there was a lot of concerns that the UN has. So they called an emergency meeting. Mike Waltz, which was our representative for the United States, was there, basically trying to inform everyone of what they're doing and why they're doing it, but it did not go over really well at all. You had, I think it's Russia, it's China, it's France, it's Spain, it's Denmark, it's England. There are just so many nations that are just stunned. I mean, they're shocked about what has happened because nobody can get the real story on this. I mean, you have to understand back months ago when he started knocking off these boats and killing all these people, his defense was these are drug smugglers that are trafficking cocaine to the United States. Um, and that was the justification that he was using to kill these people. This was what everything was for, the whole military buildup and all that. That's what it was for. Except most of us knew different. I don't know how many times I've said it on video, and I've seen other commentary where they had, stated it, saying this is not about drugs. This is about Trump wanting their oil, and that's what they have done. Is they have went and invaded another country to take their resources. People, think about this for real. Think about this. We have been defending Ukraine this whole time because another nation, Russia, invaded another country. And we, since the beginning of time in our country, has always been the advocates of, policies and being able to talk things out to get to an equal footing. And this is just something that's totally different. I mean, Trump didn't even lie to nobody. And not like Bush. You remember when we attacked Iraq, they were saying it was to change regimes and all that, when really it was just about the oil. But Bush and Cheney, would tell the American public that, no, that's not what this is about. This is not about oil. Well, at least Trump's telling you that. But it has offended a lot of these other nations because here we are telling China, you're not going to take Taiwan. Think about that. Do you think we have a leg to stand on now as far as being able to keep Taiwan? I mean, Taiwan is right next door to China. They used to be a part of China. And, we have been saying we're going to support, Taiwan, and we're going, we're not going to let China just invade them. And we have stood firm about that. But how can you be firm about that when you are attacking another country because you want their minerals? Now, first you said all this was about drugs. You killed over 150 something people. You've justified every bit of that. You did not go to Congress to talk to Congress at all about this. Now, you remember, some of you may remember, some of you may not, but during Trump, his campaigning, he brought a lot of the oil rich type people to a meeting, and he told them all, if you give me $1 billion for my campaign, then I promise you, when I get in office, you won't regret it. And it looks like they may not, but you do have a lot of CEOs of these oil companies that are really worried about um, the excuse that we used to go into Venezuela. Because the truth of the matter is they hadn't done anything to us. If that was the case, if you're saying, well, he has indictments against him and for trafficking so much cocaine to the United States, but then you had Hernandez, who was the president, or is the president, no, was the president of Honduras. And we brought him to the United States here, and we tried and convicted him and put his ass in prison. A few months ago, Trump pardoned him. So you want to sit here and justify killing all these people because you're saying that they're bringing drugs into our country. Yet you will pardon a man that has been convicted in our courts. I mean, Maduro ain't even went to trial yet. But Hernandez was convicted in our courts by a jury of his peers. And they gave that man 45 in prison, and I'd be damned if Trump didn't turn around 3 months ago and pardon him. So my question is if this is what this is really about, the drugs, then why are you ganging up on one and you pardoning the other after we brought him to justice? Maduro is not a good guy at all, and he needs to be brought down. But the people of Venezuela, that is their country. And now we're saying that we're gonna run Venezuela? Man, do you know how stupid that sounds? Because you can't even run our country, fella. You can't even do the promises that you made on the campaign trail. You're not even doing that. Would you like to hear a couple? Because I'm going to tell you, he said he would not touch SSI or Medicaid during his campaigning. He was going to bring down the grocery prices. He was going to bring down the inflation. He brought on the tariffs and claimed that it wasn't a tax when it is a tax. He said he's going to create more jobs, and yet most of our jobs report are so under. I mean, it's pathetic. The first day in office, he was going to stop the war in Ukraine. He ain't did that yet. But what's got me worried about Ukraine is this. It wouldn't surprise me a bit that he makes a deal with Putin. You can have Ukraine. You let us have Venezuela. Would it be a surprise? Not to me, it wouldn't, and probably not to you either. But this is far from over. This is just beginning, and I don't know where it's going to go or how we're going to end up. But here we are taking on another country, their people. Every time we have gotten involved with stuff like that, number one, it's been a Republican in office. Number two, it is never what they claim it is in the end. And we end up spending 10, 15, 20, 30 years with people, with our young servicemen dying in another country over fucking bullshit. And that's what this is bullshit. But, he is so open and so brazen about it, he does not care. What concerns me is we're going to be isolated in this world. There's going to be a lot of the allies are going to turn their backs on us, and we're going to be standing there all alone. And then what happens? But man, we've got to change this, and the only way we're going to change this is 2026, the midterms. Because even him not coming to talk to Congress about this he did state that he called the oil companies before he attacked, and he talked to the oil companies after he attacked. He can talk to them. He can talk to all his billionaire buddies, but he can't go to fucking Congress and talk to them about invading another country. This man has taken every... He's tearing us down. And all this has happened in just a matter of 11 months, man. And he's still got 3 years left. This man's got to be reining in. I mean, because here he is. He's supposed to be saying, I'm anti-war. I'm going to be the anti-war president. I don't want these wars. We're not going to get involved in wars. And I'd be damned if he ain't starting to love it. I think he's getting off to this shit myself. But, you know, he's talking about Greenland. Stephen Miller was talking about last night on TV about Greenland. How far are we going to push until we start getting pushed back? Man, I don't know, but it is not looking good at all. This man has lied about so much and everything that the American public don't even know what's real and what ain't. They hear what he says because they're watching Fox News or something, and they're not getting straight up the truth. And so they think what he's doing is okay when it's not. It certainly ain't about no regime change, because they still have the vice president doing her job and trying to run the country. The only thing is when she stops trying to do what we tell her to do, they're going to get rid of her. But guys, there's going to be a lot of talk on this. There's going to be a lot of news coming this way. I do believe that a lot of it too, he's trying to cover up the Epstein files. He's wanting to talk about something different than the Epstein files. And if you want to talk about, look, let me just cover-ups. Just cover-ups alone. This man has been in cahoots with Israel and the Gaza deal, and them making it a rich man's paradise when it actually was a genocide. That's exactly what it was. And we were back in Israel 100%. It's a cover-up now. Ukraine, we don't know what the hell's going on with them. We think that Trump is going to end up selling out Ukraine. So there's another cover-up. Of course, Venezuela. That's another cover-up, because we don't know the real reasons behind what the hell they're even doing anywhere, what they're trying to accomplish. I know what they're trying to accomplish. They're greedy. They want to get as much wealth as they can possibly can, and they don't give a fuck who they hurt, man. Epstein. That's another cover-up, and it's going to continue to be another cover-up. The plane that he got from Qatar. You know, it's not a cover-up. We know he got it, but it's just the audacity of taking that plane when he knows damn good and well that as a sitting U.S. president, you know, you can't take those kind of gifts. But he's not listening. See, he's writing his own rules. He's going to have his own constitution written out here before long. I'm telling you. Saudi Arabia, that's a cover-up. And the reason why it's a cover-up is because whenever Trump left office, then him and his son-in-law got the $2 billion from Saudi Arabia, but it's went further than that since then. You see how he greeted the Prince of Saudi Arabia when he got here with the flyover jets and the red carpet. He's you know, that is nothing but about money. That's all that's about. It's not anything to help the United States or anybody in the United States. It's only to help him, himself, his family, and his rich friends. That's it. You got to Thomas. See, that's another thing. You had this guy, Thomas Crook, who shoots at Trump. They blow his fucking head off. And do you know this is the last we've heard about it? Why? Why are they keeping everything so close to the vest? To me, it's just another cover-up. Then you had the Charlie Kirk deal. Another cover up. I mean, you have Holman that took a $55,000 bribe, and Holman is the guy that's head over ice, caught red-handed on tape taking this money. People ask about it now, and they just give some hee-haw answer, and it's just another cover-up. I mean, I could go on and on and on and on. I mean, listen, I've got notes just abound of all this. Everything I need, I write down, I listen, and I put the facts straight, and then I let you know about it. That way you don't have to depend on, these news outlets to give you some bullshit news. I'm going to give it to you straight up every time. And every time I make a video, if you will hit that alert bell, you will get notification of that video. But if you have not subscribed to my channel, I'm asking you to please do so. Hit the like button. I don't have a team. I don't do this with other people. I do it by myself, and I spend countless of hours, trust me, just doing research. And I'm going to bring you the facts every time. But if y'all hit the like button, hit the subscribe and the alert bell, I'd appreciate it. Much love to you all, and I'll see you next time. Thanks.